Overseas players have had a big role to play in Welsh rugby over the years, with the likes of Xavier Rush, Percy Montgomery, Regan King, Jerry Collins and Gary Teichmann making a huge impact. The Foreign Legion remains a significant factor in the regional game today, with men like Johnny McNichol, Willis Halaholo, Hadley Parks, Nick Williams, Dimitri Ahip and Rayleigh Lowe all key figures. There are some new recruits just on board too, with Springbok Zane Kirchner and Aussie Paul Asquith having joined the Dragons and Scarlets respectively. With the new season about to get underway, Simon Thomas runs through the full current list of overseas players and looks at those who could yet one day represent Wales. Cardiff Blues 7 George Earl South Africa. The Durban-born second row is Welsh qualified on residency grounds, having been here since 2012, spending 4 years at the Scarlets before moving on to the Blues. Sidelined at present. Tau for Alphilis Tonga, now 40, but still going strong and still very much a first-teamer. What a servant the 17 times capped Tongan tighthead has been for the Arms Park outfit, who he joined from Bath way back in 2006. Kiwi centre Willis Halaholo. Image Hugh Evans Picture Agency. Willis Halaholo, New Zealand. Now here's a man who likes a step. The Aucklander arrived in Cardiff last year as a Super Rugby winner, having lifted the trophy with the Hurricanes, and will be a key man this term. He is classed as a time server as he would become eligible for Wales after 3 years. Rayleigh Lowe Samoa. The 14-cap Samoan centre was named the Blues Player of the Season last term, having steadily grown in stature since coming on board in 2015 after spells at Crusaders and Hurricanes. Anton Pekrishvili. Georgia didn't make the most auspicious start to his Blues career, being sent off for biting on his first start last November after signing from Ulster. The strongman prop has made 11 appearances. Blaine Scully. USA has become a real cult figure at the Arms Park, with a USA chant echoing around the ground. The Sacramento speedster had a couple of years with Leicester before coming to Wales. The cousin of All Black star Sonny Bill Williams, this former Ulster number 8 from Auckland makes a big difference to the Blues when fit, with his powerful ball carrying. Dragons 7 Sam Beard. New Zealand born in southern Canterbury, but Welsh qualified through his grandfather. The ex-Bay of Plenty centre made a good impression at the Dragons last season after arriving from Edinburgh. Brock Harris. South Africa. Newport were once dubbed the Bok Ambers, and there's a sizable contingent of South Africans at Rodney Parade today, with Prop Harris into his 4th season. Welsh qualified on residency. Pat Howard. South Africa hails from the KwaZulu-Natal province and was part of the Baby Bok side that won the 2012 Junior World Championship. A centurion who joined from Northampton last year. Zane Kirchner. South Africa. The Gwent region's newest overseas recruit, having come on board this summer from Leinster, where he spent 4 years. Won 31 caps for the Springboks, primarily at fullback. Now 33. Reinhard Landman. South Africa linked with the Blues and Scarlets last season, but in the end signed a contract extension with the Dragons, who he joined from the Cheetahs in 2014. Eligible for Wales on residency. Reinhard Landman is into his 4th season with the Dragons. Carl May. South Africa. Like Howard, born in Pietermaritzburg. The ex-Sharks Academy utility back came over to Wales in search of a professional career and earned it. After catching the eye with Ebu Vale. Sarel Pretorius. South Africa. This will be a 3rd season at Rodney Parade for the 33-year-old Bloemfontein-born scrum half, who will relish the addition of his former team the Cheetahs to the PRO 14 ranks. Ospreys 7 Dimitri Ahip. Moldova. The Moldovan man Mountain missed the second half of last season with a dislocated shoulder and needs further rehab after a setback on his return. They need their tighthead totem back. Hanno Dirksen. South Africa. An interesting background. Born in Krugersdorp, grew up in Tennessee, schooled in Truro, and now eligible for Wales on residency. The wing should return from a knee injury in October. Maafu Fia Tonga signed a 3-year contract with the Ospreys in the autumn of 2015, having previously propped for Manawatu and the Hurricanes in New Zealand, where he moved to as a youngster. Kieran Fonosha. New Zealand born in Christchurch, but has won 4 caps for Samoa, who he qualifies for through his grandfather. The 29-year-old ex-Crusaders centre is in his 2nd season over here. Kiwi-born Samoan international Kieran Fonosha. Jeff Hassler. Canada has proved very popular since joining the Ospreys in 2013, scoring 18 tries in 52 appearances. Injuries have plagued him along the way, but is ready to wing his way into the new campaign. Brendan Leonard. New Zealand won 13 caps at scrum half for the All Blacks ahead of moving to Europe, stopping off first with Zebra. foot ligament damage will keep him out of action for up to 6 weeks. Brian Mujati, South Africa, born in Zimbabwe, but capped 12 times by the Springboks. After stints in England and France, the 32-year-old prop joined the Ospreys in January and has extended for another season. Scarlets 8, Paul Asquith, Australia, a new arrival. Born in Wollongong, New South Wales, he played his club rugby in Sydney ahead of a Super Rugby stint with the Rebels, mainly a centre, but also covers fullback and wing. New recruit from down under, Paul Asquith, John Barclay, Scotland, not technically from overseas, I know, but he was born in Hong Kong and there have been few better imports into the Welsh game of late. Has proved a superbly consistent performer since arriving from Glasgow in 2013. Teague Ben Ireland. Such is the huge impact the former Leinster lock made in his first season with the Scarlets, there has been much talk of Munster looking to recruit him when his contract expires next year. David Bulbring, South Africa, born in Port Elizabeth, this 6'6" lock had a stint in Super Rugby with PRO 14 New Boys the Kings, who will be the Scarlets' opening league opponents in Wales for 18 months now. Dylan Evans, Australia, Welsh, qualified through his father John, who hails from Pontyburham, while his grandfather Randall played for Wales youth at number 8. Born in Maitland in the Lower Hunter Valley, he has made 22 appearances since debuting for the Scarlets in 2015. Johnny McNichol, New Zealand, arrived last year from the Crusaders with a big reputation as a try-scorer and steadily grew in influence at winger fullback. At 26, he could yet go on to play for Wales via the residency rule after 3 years. Scarlets Johnny McNichol, Hadley Parks, New Zealand, becomes eligible for Wales on residency in time for the Six Nations, and don't bet against a call-up for one of the most reliable performers in the regional game. Seldom has a bad game, be it at centre, wing or even fly half. Werner Kruger, South Africa, propped for the Springboks 5 times and became the first Bulls player to surpass 100 appearances in Super Rugby, winning successive titles. Joined the Scarlets on a 3-year deal in 2016.